Welcome to Life with ADHD. This is part 1 of our 5-part series, The ADHD Brain versus the World, a Survival Guide. If you've ever felt like the world wasn't built for your brain, like you're constantly swimming against the current, struggling to keep up with deadlines, expectations, and social norms, then this series is for you. Today, we're kicking things off by diving deep into why ADHD brains often feel like they're at odds with society. We'll explore how our brains are wired, why traditional systems fail us, and most importantly, what we can do about it. Let's get into it. Section 1. The ADHD Brain, how it really works. First, let's bust some myths. ADHD isn't just about being hyper or easily distracted. It's a neurodevelopmental condition that affects executive function, the mental processes that help us plan, focus, regulate emotions, and control impulses. Think of your brain like a car. In a neurotypical brain, the brakes and gas work in sync. In an ADHD brain, it's like having a Ferrari engine with bicycle brakes. We go fast, but stopping, switching gears, or even staying on the road can be a challenge. The ADHD brain operates on interest-based motivation rather than priority-based motivation. That's why we can hyper-focus on things we love for hours but struggle to start even the simplest task if it doesn't engage us. This isn't laziness. It's just how our brains are wired. Section 2. Why society and ADHD often clash. Society is built for neurotypical brains, especially in areas like school, work, and social life. Here's how that plays out. 1. The linear productivity myth. The world rewards consistency, steady effort over time. ADHD brains, on the other hand, work in bursts of high energy followed by crashes. We're not bad at being productive, we just do it differently. 2. The 9-to-5 struggle. Many of us don't thrive in rigid schedules. Our energy levels fluctuate, and forcing ourselves into a routine that doesn't align with our brain's natural rhythm leads to burnout. 3. Instant gratification versus long-term goals. Society loves planning ahead. ADHD brains live in the now. We struggle with delayed rewards, which can make long-term projects feel impossible to complete. Social norms and rejection. Sensitivity. We might overshare, interrupt, or miss social cues, leading to feelings of rejection or isolation. Many of us develop masking behaviors to fit in, but this can be exhausting. Section 3. The consequences of living in a neurotypical world. Growing up in a world that constantly tells you to just try harder or be more disciplined can be damaging. Many of us develop chronic self-doubt from years of struggling to meet expectations. Rejection sensitivity dysphoria, RSD, an intense emotional response to perceived criticism or rejection. Burnout and anxiety from constantly overcompensating. A roller coaster relationship with self-worth, feeling like we're either thriving or failing, with little in between. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Section 4. Reframing ADHD, our strengths. But here's the good news. ADHD isn't just about struggles. In fact, some of the very things that make life challenging also give us superpowers in the right environments. 1. Creativity and innovation. ADHD brains make unexpected connections, leading to outside-the-box thinking. 2. Resilience. We've spent our whole lives figuring out ways to work despite the challenges. 3. Passion and drive. When we care about something, we go all in. 4. Adaptability. We thrive in fast-paced environments and can pivot quickly. The key isn't to force ourselves into neurotypical molds, it's to find environments and systems that allow us to thrive. Section 5. How to survive and thrive. So, how do we navigate a world that wasn't built for our brains? Here are some ADHD-friendly strategies. 1. Hack your motivation. Tie boring tasks to things you love. Listen to music, set timers, make it a game. 2. Work with your energy levels. If you struggle with mornings, don't force yourself into a rigid morning routine that doesn't work for you. 3. Use external structure. Apps, visual reminders, accountability partners. These aren't crutches, they're tools. 4. Practice self-compassion. You are not lazy. You are not broken. Your brain just works differently. In the next episodes, we'll break down specific areas where ADHD struggles the most, starting with school. So if you've ever wondered why traditional education feels like torture for ADHD brains, you won't want to miss part 2. If this episode resonated with you, let us know in the comments. What's one way you've struggled with the world's expectations? And more importantly, what's helped you thrive? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next part of the ADHD Brain versus the world. See you in the next one.